folks, the Filipina P here. And today I'm gonna drop some truth bombs on a subject that gets misrepresented and twisted more than just about anything else I can think of when it comes to foreign expats. The question of why you are here in the first place. Now I'm gonna say a few things today that are gonna make some of you angry, which is not my intention. I'm just calling it like I see it. But I get so tired of people who just want to project their own narrow opinions about the motives of expats who move here by using words like all or every, and then complete their sentence with a very slanted and unfair accusation. My favorite one is, all expats are just here for sex. Well, let's look at that. And let's be honest about it. Obviously, everyone is different. Everyone is motivated by different things. But let's see if we can get to the truth of the matter, wherever it lies. I've combined all the familiar insults into one statement so we can deal with them more easily. And it goes something like this. All expats are sex fiends that target young women because they are too old, broke, and ugly to get a woman in their own country. Sound familiar? Well, clearly, a blanket statement like that is ridiculous on the face of it. Because not all expats are ugly, old, or broke. Not even close. But what about the sex part? And notice how the people who say these things often use phrases like targeting women just to make it sound extra slimy and diabolical, when you could just as easily make the claim that it was the women targeting the men. So, do expats come here just for sex? Well, if that was true, that they were just interested in the sex act, then they'd be forever hopping from one Filipina to the next, sampling the nectar in a never-ending quest for carnal pleasures. And in a place like the Philippines, you could do that if you wanted to. But that's not what we usually see, is it? What we see are plenty of long-term relationships and marriages developing. And as everyone knows, the fastest way to kill your sex life is to get married. So that kind of disproves the insinuation that it's all about sex, doesn't it? A person has an agenda when they say things like that. And it's a pretty simple agenda. Expat equals bad. And for whatever reason, they're determined to criticize and shame anyone that comes to my country in search of a relationship. And they're just plain wrong. Now, if you're a sex tourist, of course it could be true that you're just popping into the Philippines to release the Kraken. But it's obviously not all of you. And in my opinion, it's not even close to most of you. But it seems like some folks have their access to grind. Maybe you're a Filipino who feels mistreated by a foreigner. Maybe you're a local guy who doesn't want to see any more foreigners walking around with Filipinas. Maybe you're a younger Western guy who just thinks that older men are gross. Maybe you're a Western female that's angry that your men have finally dug an escape tunnel from the plantation. But whatever the case, claiming that all expats are just here to chase young girls is provably false. A lot of guys I talk to would actually prefer a woman close to their own age. But for reasons I've already described, older women are sometimes not the easiest to find here. You have no clue how many emails I get every day from people who say, I'm looking for a woman my age on the dating sites, but I just can't find an older one that speaks English that isn't married or separated. I keep getting approached by women in their 20s, but I'm not comfortable with that. What do I do? Now, do those guys sound like sex-hungry perverts to you ex-grinders? Nope, but in your mind, there must be something wrong with them. So you just throw out all the other insults and hope something sticks. Maybe they're creepy. Maybe they're broke. It doesn't matter. You'll just claim it anyway. Who needs evidence? Okay, so I think we can agree that not all expats are here just for sex. But let's be honest. Why are you in the Philippines? Now, it's at this point that a lot of you guys are gonna argue with me. You're gonna claim it's because of the beautiful beaches, or the waterfalls, or the charming people, or the cost of living, or that maybe your job brought you here. And I say, in the vast majority of cases, it's the women. Sure, some of those other things factor into it. And sure, some of you guys are here just because you like living in a country with constant power outages. But if it really was about nature and the cost of living, then why don't we see more female expats here? Which I can literally count on the fingers of one hand. Nope, there's something that's attracting the foreign males, but not foreign females. I wonder what that could be. The bottom line is that foreign males come to the Philippines to look for women, and it's okay to admit it. Now you might say, wait a second, I thought you just said it wasn't about sex. And you're right, I did say that. Because looking for sex and looking for a relationship are two totally different things. And the negative people who claim that expats are just looking for sex sound like they're actually claiming that sex is the only thing a man wants from a woman, which is a horrible and untrue thing to say. Do they really mean that a man who comes here to start over is just looking for an outlet for his sexual desires? Nothing more than that? Well, that's just the opinion of a nasty little person who uses words like targeting in their accusations. Which brings me to the real reason I think that 90% of you guys are here. I think you're looking for a second chance. A second chance at happiness. A second chance at a permanent relationship. Maybe a second chance at a family. And perhaps, for the first time, you can see the truth about your old life. Now, the 25-year-old you would have had no clue what he was looking at. But in this case, your eyesight has actually gotten better over time. With all the knowledge and experience you've accumulated, you can see where your life was headed back in your home country. And you wanted to make a change before you were trapped in that reality forever. If you'd stayed in your old life, what was your end game? To go old alone? Maybe surrounded by strangers? To keep in touch with a few friends? Maybe a child that's already grown with a family of their own? Well, thanks to modern technology, you can stay connected to the people that matter to you and still start a new chapter, a new adventure in your life. Moving here is like being reborn in a different skin, wiping the slate clean and creating a new reality, the way you want your life to be. And for most of you, that includes a meaningful relationship. It's natural for people to want to find love. And this is the perfect place to do it. A place where you can create a new family with new loved ones and a brand new life. And from what I can see, that's what most of you guys are trying to do. You're not just here for easy sex. You're rebuilding your life from the ground up, which actually takes a lot of guts. But of course, there'll always be people that want to tear you back down and label you as defective rejects. But don't let them get to you. You and I know the truth. Well, that's it for today. And although I doubt I changed anyone's mind, maybe I helped to strengthen the resolve of some of you people who were on the fence about breaking free and trying something new. And I'll be back in a few days with something interesting to discuss. Till next time, folks. If you think about it, I'm kind of like Pocahontas, who bridged the gap between two very different cultures and tried to bring peace and understanding to both sides, while at the same time, dating a foreigner. All that I ask for my diplomatic efforts is that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. And while you're here, check out some of my other videos too. And no, you can't poke my Hontas.